The headlines: Federal government extends Eid al-Fitr public holiday to Thursday. Peter Obi debunks rumour of leaving Labour Party. Banks get 3 months deadline to stop forex-backed loans. And away from Nigeria, 3 Tanzanian soldiers killed in Democratic Republic of Congo. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thank you for joining us, and the details. The federal government has extended the public holiday for the Eid al-Fitr celebration to Thursday. The federal government last week declared a 2-day holiday, Tuesday and Wednesday, for the festivities. However, the crescent was not sighted in Saudi Arabia on Tuesday, meaning the Eid celebration will take place on Wednesday. Now, this prompted the federal government to add an extra day to the already declared public holiday. Katsina and Daura cities in northwest Nigeria are known for their hospitality and historical centers for cultural preservation, which perhaps make them the best in organizing the most spectacular Salah festivities. At the end of each Ramadan fast, residents look up to the two emirates to organize the annual Hawan Eid on Salah Day and Hawan Sadiki a day after, events that attract sons and daughters of the state from all walks of life and other guests. Abdullahi Ahmadi takes a look at how this year's Salah preparation looks like in the two emirates of Katsina and Daura and the expectations of the resident. His reports.
The Emirs Abdulmumin Kabir Usman and Farooq Umar convened meetings with district heads on the eve of each Salah to discuss progress and issues of concern within the Emirates with a view to providing solutions as the tradition provides. The district heads begin by stating their unflinching loyalty and support to the Emirs and the Emirates, one after the other. Some of the major issues dominating the agenda here are security, agriculture and the economy, as well as requirements for a hitch-free Salah Doba. Elsewhere on the streets, it is the entourage of district heads hanging around, while other Salah preparations continue with many trooping to the market for last-minute purchases. Though prices of food items such as rice have significantly reduced, largely due to border reopening, prices of meat, chicken, vegetables and other ingredients have jacked up, leaving many residents lamenting the increase. All praise be to the Almighty, who spared our lives to witness this year's Salah festivities, which will start in a couple of hours. However, the purchasing power of many residents who are low-income earners is low, and as such, they are still looking forward to have what they will make Salah meals. Prices of food items like rice are going down drastically, but prices of chicken, meat and vegetables have gone up, with many going home disappointed. A bag of 50 kilograms of rice, which sold at 85,000 naira a few weeks ago, is now 63 to 65,000 naira only. But chicken and meat have kept an upward trend. With the present insecurity and harsh economic condition occasioned by fuel subsidy removal and rising inflation, this year's Salah festivities, according to some residents, may not be colorful compared to previous years. Abdullahi Ahmadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
With the 2024 celebration of Eid al-Fitr barely hours away, traders of food items in Jos, the Plateau State capital, are lamenting poor patronage from customers. The traders, who attributed the situation to the current economic hardship being experienced in the country, said this year's sales ahead of the Salah is nothing compared to previous years. Hado Musa completes the report.
Meat sellers at the New Market Jos, who spoke to Trust TV on Monday, revealed that meat buyers are not patronizing them, attributing the development to high cost of animals during this year's Salah celebration. According to the meat sellers, in the past, the business was booming, but of recent, they are not enjoying same level of patronage. The minimum price of a layer is 5,000 naira, while that of a broiler is 13,000 naira. People are really facing a lot of difficulties due to economic hardship in the country. We can't blame them because everyone is feeling the same thing. But in spite of that, we thank Allah for everything. The price of a kilo of meat is 4,500 naira. Early last year, we sold it 2,500 naira. But this year, the price has changed because the price of cattle has increased. That is why customers are complaining about the current price. There is low patronage indeed. Some customers who came to buy meat for the celebration speak on the situation. Things have really changed. The money you are buying one chicken today is what you could have bought 5 chickens some years back. Things are very hard, honestly. We are suffering due to economic hardship. Food items are very costly. Last year, we bought a kilo of the meat at 2,000 naira, but this year, a kilo is 4,500 naira. The price is high. Government should do something. The prices of goods and services have recently skyrocketed in the country, with stakeholders attributing this development to the removal of fuel subsidies and floating of the naira by the government. Hado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
With Muslim faithfuls counting hours to this year's Eid al-Fitr celebrations, demand for tailoring services has surged in Lagos as many prepare to celebrate with new clothes. This surge in demand has put pressure on tailors who have been recounting their ordeals in the face of challenges like inadequate power supply, among others, as they try to meet deadlines. Trust TV's Abbas Lalibi reports.
Tailoring services are typically in high demand just before the Eid al-Fitr celebration. In Lagos, tailors are facing several challenges while striving to make up with their customers' demands during the Ramadan and subsequently Eid celebration. Ibrahim Tijani, a fashion designer, disclosed that the issues with inadequate power supply, hike in the price of fuel, and economic challenges have negatively impacted their work.
The rate at which people are sewing clothes compared to the years back is totally different. And due to the economic meltdown, we are facing so many problems. We are having light today now, not more than 30 minutes now since morning. So we are burning fuel since morning.
He said, despite the challenges, most clients are not ready to comply with the slight increases in the fee they charge to make up for the marginal increase in operational cost.
The customers are not ready to add anything because their income is not increased. So they are not ready to add anything to what they are paying.
Another challenge tailors have had to deal with this year is the fact that some clients brought their materials for sewing few days to Salah. Due to the current economic challenges in the country,
alhamdulillah hakan da mutane suna kokari saboda da wasu ba sa kawowa amma abin da yana zuwa da akurace saboda yanayin samun kudin.
Many of our customers brought their materials for sewing very late. That's another challenge for us because we have to find a way of delivering them.
Gaskiya na samu wasu ma ba mu ansa duk da hakan sun zo za mu ce da hakuri sai dai bayan sallah.
For now, some tailors will work all day and night in order to meet up with the demands of their client. For Tijani, health hazard occasioned by all-night and day work, as well as the need to meet up dedicated times for prayer during the holy month of Ramadan, also impact their work.
To have another time for prayer and all other things. Maybe I want to read Quran or I want to pray. So all those.
Traditionally, as the holy month of Ramadan came towards its end, the demand for custom-made clothing skyrockets, and this year is no different in many parts of Lagos, despite the economic challenges in the country. Abbas Ibrahim Alibi, Trust TV, Lagos.
In politics, Labour Party, the presidential candidate in the 2023 general elections, Peter Obi, has reaffirmed his commitment to the party, dismissing rumors of an imminent departure. Despite the internal crisis rocking the party, Obi affirmed that he has no intentions of leaving anytime soon. He also declared that he is not in any way desperate to be Nigeria's president at any point in his life. He spoke while fielding questions from journalists in Bauchi on Sunday, shortly after commissioning a hand pump for water supply in Sabon Layi community, a suburb of Bauchi metropolis. Obi said he is concerned to improve the living standards and conditions of Nigerians. Ahead of the National Executive Committee meeting of the People's Democratic Party, a group of 60 PDP federal lawmakers under the aegis of the Opposition Lawmakers Coalition has demanded the resignation of the acting chairman of PDP, Umar Damagun, to pave way for a North Central candidate to emerge pending the conduct of a convention as required by the party's constitution. They also threatened to quit the party if the list of local government caretaker committees of the party in Rivers and 10 other states, which they said is filled with members and loyalists of the All Progressive Congress, the APC, is not nullified. The report.
Addressing journalists at a press conference on Monday in Abuja, spokesperson of the group, Ikenga Ugochinyere, who was flanked by other leading members of the G60 lawmakers in the coalition, said the members cannot be in a political party where activities of such a party are determined by another political party. They also accused Damagum of approving the plot to impeach the Rivers State Governor, Similain Fubara, saying that he is fully aware of the entire details of the plot to impeach the Rivers State Governor. Ugo Chinyere insisted that going by the constitution of the PDP and in line with its zoning formula, it was the turn of the North Central to produce the chairman of the party, and called on North Central leaders to meet and present a credible replacement for Senator Iochayu.
1. Immediate resignation of Umar Iliyu Damagu as acting national chairman of PDP for anti-party activities and allow North Central produce the acting chairman as clearly stated in the PDP constitution, or watch us reconsider our membership of the party in the months ahead if the right thing is not done. Or removal of Umar Damagu by the neck of the party with further sanctions against him for anti-party activities. As members of the People's Democratic Party, there are precedents, and that is what we have stated. Damagu should not continue. He should cede that position.
You cannot change the rule of the game in the center of the game or when the game is about to be over. The chairmen whose tenure about to expire in Rivers were elected by the people of Rivers State. They were not elected by the courts. And they were elected on terms and they were sworn in with a definite term lag.
In related development, the group also raised an alarm over the alleged plot to use the Federal High Court to legalize the extension of the about-to-expire tenure of local government area chairman in Rivers State, which was carried out by the former members of the State Assembly who lost legitimacy as lawmakers the very moment they decamped to APC. They called on the Chief Judge of Federal High Court, Justice Omotosho, and other eminent judges to be aware of these plots, stressing that those behind it are already celebrating that the court order is in their pocket, awaiting release to the media even when the case has not been heard.
The Central Bank of Nigeria on Monday stepped up its fight to boost foreign exchange liquidity in the economy with a new circular mandating deposit money banks to stop the use of foreign currencies as collateral for naira loans within 90 days. The development happened as the naira rose against the greenback at both the official and parallel markets on Monday. The CBN has continued to deepen its battle to free dollar liquidity stocked up in the financial system by deploying various measures aimed at shoring up the naira against the United States dollar. On Monday, the Olayemi Cardoso-led CBN issued a new circular expressing concerns over the use of foreign currencies as collateral for naira loans. The circular was made available on its website entitled "The Use of Foreign Currency Denominated Collaterals for Naira Loans." You're watching News Update on Trust TV. Coming up, we take a look at effect of tariff hike on businesses. This and more after the break. Stay with us.
This is Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. If you're just joining us, this is News Update on Trust TV. Here's a recap of our top stories. We brought you federal government extends Eid al-Fitr public holiday to Thursday. And Peter Obi debunks rumor of leaving Labour Party. Moving on. An Islamic scholar, Abubakar Siddiq Muhammad, says scientific methods are integrated with human sources in the sighting process of the crescent moon. The combination, which makes for better results, according to him, is significant for the Muslim Ummah who use the lunar calendar to govern Islamic activities. Reporter Habiba Tajayi tells us more.
The practice of crescent moon sighting dates back to the revelation of fasting during the month of Ramadan to the Muslim Ummah by the Prophet Muhammad, as the Islamic calendar is based on lunar cycles. Muslims mark the beginning of Ramadan and their month-long fast based on the sighting of the crescent moon. Similarly, the end of Ramadan is determined by the sighting of the next crescent moon. Traditionally, the sighting of the crescent moon was confirmed by naked eye observation as the primary reference point for declaring the start of the Islamic month. However, over time, the use of scientific instruments have been incorporated worldwide to complement human observations.
It is so important that we commence the fasting by sighting the crescent. And we break the fast, that is stop fasting altogether for Ramadan, and that ends the Ramadan by sighting the crescent. That is what the Prophet ﷺ has taught us, and that is what the Muslims are doing. So when it is time like this, here in Nigeria, His Eminence the Sultan would make announcement for the sighting of the crescent. Before then, there are a lot of things going on around the Muslim community. They are to start searching for the moon at a specific time, and if this is going on today, we are to start searching for the crescent from today. Once it is seen and confirmed by trustworthy individuals, there are channels of communication to His Eminence which you can follow to pass that information, and the announcement will be done by him. If the moon is sighted today, then tomorrow will be Eid. Otherwise, His Eminence will announce that the Eid will be on Wednesday, meaning we are going to fast this year's Ramadan 2024 for 30 days.
He urged Muslim faithful to adhere to the directive of the Sultan of Sokoto, Sa'ad Abubakar III, regarding the moon sighting process. Habibat Ajayi, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The recent increase in electricity tariff for Band A users is believed to negatively impact on the construction industry and manufacturing sector, which is already struggling with rising costs. In this report, Noel Sampson speaks to welders on the impact of the tariff hike and poor electricity supply on their businesses, as well as the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers on how they are engaging the government on the tariff hike issue. Take a look.
A walk through the old Bakassi Welders Zone, Ajabi village, in the Federal Capital Territory reveals a group of people who rely almost totally on electricity for their business. But with the poor electricity supply in the country, the removal of fuel subsidy, and now the increase in electricity tariff for Band A customers, life is becoming more difficult for these individuals.
Since before, understand, I would buy cut of, like for example, if you buy cut of 10,000 naira, understand, I think for like 1 week. But now even though you buy cut of 15,000 naira, so not even like 4 days or that 5 days. So you see the difference is much there. So the light unit is not as in giving us like before again.
You know, now wait is cost like this. If you give customer a bill of work, they complain that the bill is much. And if you calculate all those light bill, all this fuel generator, you will see say true the costly is much. Even we the welders, the way we look the thing we pity our customers.
The president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Margaret Aina Oguntala, speaks on the effect of low power supply on employment and how they are engaging the government on the tariff hike.
When the manufacturing sector is not thriving, then unemployment also thrives. So they are both related, because in the past, for instance, and I always use Abakran in Lagos as an example. There was a time that Abakran is supposed to be an industrial area, with industries lined along that avenue. We had the woolen and synthetic manufacturing, producing towels. We had African paints, international paints. We had Berger paints, Dunlop, Guinness. When you go to Abakran now, you hardly find anything. At the moment, our experts are looking at this tariff thing that we're talking about, at what frameworks we can suggest to the government. We have already offered some advice in the press release that we made today, on sanctions, on metering, on a lot of other areas, where government can really look into and see that and ensure that the consumers are not shortchanged.
Electricity is an essential part of modern life. It is important to any economy as people use it for lighting, heating, cooling, and for operating appliances, public transport systems, among others. Well, Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Away from Nigeria, 3 Tanzanian soldiers have been killed and 3 others wounded when hostile mortar fire landed near their camp in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Southern African Development Community said the soldiers were part of a Southern African peacekeeping force deployed in December last year to help government troops battling the M23 rebels in the ongoing conflict in the restive eastern DRC. The force includes soldiers from regional military heavyweight South Africa, Tanzania, and Malawi. It was reported that the mortar attack took place last Thursday and that a ceremony to honor the dead was held at the SADC headquarters in the provincial capital, Goma, on Monday. SADC also said that a soldier from South Africa had died in a hospital while being treated for unspecified health problems. In sports, ahead of the UEFA Champions League quarter-final clash against Bayern Munich, Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard has urged his teammates not to be intimidated by the presence of striker Harry Kane. Kane, who has been prolific since his move to Bayern from Tottenham Hotspur, poses a significant threat with his goal-scoring prowess. However, Odegaard asserts that while they respect Kane's abilities, Arsenal will not succumb to fear. Kane shares the top spot in this season's Champions League scoring chart with 6 goals in 8 matches alongside Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, and Antoine Griezmann. Shooting Stars secured a stunning 2-1 comeback victory over Kano Pillars on Monday in the Nigerian Premier Football League Match Day 29 fixture at the Sani Abacha Stadium. Pillars wasted no time before registering the first goal of the match. Rabiu Ali netted a goal within the first 2 minutes, putting Kano Pillars in the lead and threatening to turn the game into a rout. With the Kano sun blazing at over 40 degrees Celsius, both teams were forced to take a water break at the half-hour mark. The second half saw a dramatic turnaround in fortunes for Shooting Stars. Taye Muritala equalized in the 48th minute, igniting hope for the away side. In a thrilling climax, Christian Piagbara scored the winning goal in the 90th minute, securing a massive victory for the visitors. And with that, we wrap up news updates on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms and join our YouTube live stream for more news programs and documentaries. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for watching.